making movies, at the end of the day, it could come out great or it could come out bad. Fortunately, ours came really, really great.
Yeah, I mean, he did that in the first shot. It was perfect.
Nice.
We were that good.
But most important is the choreography. My brother, he's amazing in terms of this.
How was he to work with? Because I heard a story that like the insurance had to go up because of him. And what's up, everybody? Sifu Quasi Kung Fu Chronicles, and today I'm going to take you back in time a little bit to November of 1989, November 10th to be exact. Two brothers from Korea came up with a story where an American martial arts team takes on a Korean one in a little movie called Best of the Best. Starring Philip Rhee, Eric Roberts, James Earl Jones, Sally Kirkland, Simon Rhee, and so many more. Now, do me a favor, before we go deeper, hit that like button for me, comment your thoughts on this video, and do hit that bell to stay notified for whenever we drop more content just like this. Oh yeah! Now, let's talk Best of the Best with the two men who set the spark for this amazing movie to get made. Yeah, baby. So I want to welcome you guys, first of all, to the show. How are you guys doing?
Thank you. So
I'll kick it right off just with some basic stuff, just the stuff I wanted to know, because I like just going through both of your biographies. For Master Phillip, I know both of you guys are 7th degree black belts in Taekwondo. You both have black belts in Hapkido, a lot of ranges of martial arts, and at the same time you ran schools together and both trained a lot of famous celebrities, right? So I think people like Ronald Reagan's son, Josh Brolin, Jay Leno. Can you talk to me a little bit about that, how that first went, and how you guys first started training?
by the way, how did you get that about Josh and everybody else and Ronald?
So for these, I really try to do a little bit of research before I talk to people, so I know a little bit about their backgrounds too. So I saw like I think on one of you guys' bios that you used to teach some of these more famous people.
Yep. A lot of people came through the school, big time. Yes.
But what ages did you both start training?
I think I started around 9.
Okay. Yeah. 9 years old. And what about you, Master Phillip? About the same?
I think I was maybe.
He's
11,
3 years younger than me, so he's got to probably started at 6.
Right. Okay, and then I was also talking about you both training like some noted celebrities back in the day. So like people like Josh Brolin, Jay Leno. How did you guys get to start doing that? Was that just as your as your notoriety as you started climbing the ladder and stuff?
Well, go ahead, my brother.
Let me see. When we were teaching, Philip and I, we were teaching for Master Jun Chong in Los Angeles area near Beverly Hills. Who came in, like that used to be Chuck Norris's studio. So like Bill Wallace would come there, Joe Louis would come there. And I think the first student that came through there that was celebrity is Sam Jones, who was a Flash Gordon.
Yes.
And then after that, Lorenzo Lamas came in, and then Jay Leno came in. So that's how we started teaching celebrities from Master Jin Chong School. And then, we just kept on teaching celebrities, and once I opened my own school, a lot of people that lived in the valley would come to my studio. So that's how it all happened.
Got you. And I'm gonna throw something in the mix, somewhat in common that we have that I heard that you originally trained. I actually work. I train in martial arts, but I also work in radio, and I work with Big Boy because he's the morning guy. And I heard he came to your studio to train with you once. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It's not once. It's not once.
I have a great story. So
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Big Boy comes to my school. And he goes, hey, if I want to train with you, do I have to call you a master? Because, I'm a black man, and I might have a problem with that.
Ooh, the master.
I said, Big, I know who you are. And only reason why you have to call me master is because if I just taught you how to kick and punch, it's only natural that you become aggressive.
Right.
And, martial art is not about becoming aggressive. And it's about being balanced person, like yin and yang. That's why you call me master. That's why you say yes, sir. You say no, sir. And that's why we bow to each other, so that you learn humility. So that once you learn how to kick and punch, and you also learn humility, that balances you as a human being. That's why we do that. So big boy, after the first lesson, you don't like the way I teach, you don't have to come back. But if you like the way I teach, then only inside the studio you do have to call me master.
Of course.
Next day, he signed up his whole family.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. So one more person I got to ask you about, because I do follow you on social media. And I saw recently you trained Kendrick Lamar as well. Is that true?
Yes. So with Kendrick Lamar's story, they asked me to teach him how to do Japanese karate for this music video. So I said, okay. And to be honest, I didn't even know who Kendrick Lamar was. You know, I'm into the 70s music.
Right on.
So I go to this Japanese karate studio to teach him. And then the wardrobe people brings all this Chinese Kung Fu uniform. So I said, what do you want me to do, you guys? You know, this is a Chinese Kung Fu uniform. This is not karate uniform. And the wardrobe people did not know anything about that. So then the director said, well, then could we change it to Kung Fu style? So I said, sure, no problem. So we had to change it to Kung Fu style for his music video. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's kind of like known as, or his other numbers like Kung Fu Kenny. I think so. That's probably why they wanted. Okay, I get it. So our mutual friend David Morissette, he used to be a classmate of mine. That's how we actually linked up, because he knows you, so he put us together. So I wanted definitely to talk to you guys about your history, but also, of course, best of the best. This is a movie that I saw when I was a kid and loved it even before I started training. So Master Phillip, I want to talk to you. Well, both of you guys, obviously, the idea, because I knew you were the producer on this. Obviously, you starred in the movie with your brother, but where did the initial idea come from for this movie?
Well, Phillip and I, we entered many tournaments, and we saw how things are done in tournaments and the things that we felt from it. And back in the 80s, when all the Kung Fu movies were coming out, it just had so much violence and sex and drugs and revenge, and just for sake of having fights in a movie. And that's not what martial arts training is all about. So Phillip and I, after competing in the tournament, we were talking and we were going like, I wish you could make something where it doesn't have sex and drugs and just for sake of fighting, And Phillip came up with the idea of Best of the Best. So he wrote the script, and he went to his mentor, and he talked to him, and his mentor agreed to the script, and that's how Best of the Best was made.
Very nice. And for those that don't remember, this was 1989. So you guys, 35 years ago, it's an amazing thing. I think even to this day, you guys can probably attest, and don't people come up and probably still ask you about this movie and how it impacted them in the martial arts?
Yep. Interesting is that one of the father, we were teaching the son, and the kid loved it. And this gentleman, Peter Strauss, and he financed the picture for me and ours. Okay. And he is the gentleman who created Lionsgate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Distributor.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. So when you first got your cast, because this is another thing about this movie that's amazing to me, because at the time it may have kind of been considered low budget, but you guys got an amazing cast. So I'm going to add this just to the stage so you guys can see for a second. When we first meet Master Phillip's character, they show you, doing your fighting, and obviously you get to display a lot of your beautiful kicks and everything like that. But how did the training go for like the martial artists in the cast? Because you had Eric Roberts, Chris Penn, and all those guys, but you guys were already trained. So who actually did or helped them train for the movie?
My brother.
Okay, nice. You want to talk a little bit about that, Master Simon?
No. I mean, Philip trained Eric Roberts. And
Okay.
I trained the other American actors. And plus, we had stunt doubles for the American actors who did not have a good martial arts skills. But I don't think we didn't have a double for Chris Penn because he already knew martial arts.
Oh, okay. Chris Penn already had some experience.
Yeah, he said he trained with Don Wilson.
That's right. I actually got to interview Don Wilson last year, and he did tell me like he knew Chris Penn. So very interesting. Okay, and now for the Korean side, everybody that you got on the Korean side, they were already martial artists, right? Correct? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Not just martial artists. They were military.
Okay. Oh.
All these guys.
No. This part right here. These are all military guys.
Right.
Okay. So all military you got, and then when they do the selection, because obviously it's the beginning of the movie, they do the selection of who's going to represent Korea in the tournament. And then there's like, I love the training montage. Did you film that all in Korea, or was some done in the U.S.? It kind of mixed.
No, we did it in Korea.
Yeah, all the Korean training was done in Korea, and all the U.S. training was done in the U.S.
Okay, got you. So let's see. I'm gonna fast forward here. This is all Korea. I'm looking at this.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. And then the actual training sequence, same thing. You guys are training. Okay. All this is Korea. So I just want to ask you again about the casting here, because you guys set up, obviously Master Simon is Dae-Han as the villain of the movie, so to speak. At least in the beginning he is, and he's a little he's got a kind of like a dirty fighting style a little bit, got the eye patch and everything, so looking a little more sinister. Was that like intentionally written into the script like that, Master Simon, or is that something you just like kind of added to make him a lot different? Because obviously you guys are brothers in real life.
So 35 years ago, when we were doing this movie, me and my brother, we look very much alike. Mm-hmm. So my brother said, older brother, you have to make yourself look different than me. So he gave me an idea of, why don't you grow a goatee, cut your hair like a military style crew cut, and get an eye patch. I said, okay, so I did that, and that's how the Dae-Han was born, thanks to my brother.
The referee is giving Dae-Han a warning. Illegal hit.
Yeah. And then so the second question that I have on the casting, because like again, it was like maybe a little lower budget movie than than Rocky, but you guys got big names. Like, how did you attract big names like James Earl Jones, Sally Kirkland, Eric Roberts, like all these guys in one movie? Was it just like, hey, we're just gonna call as many of these like noted actors as possible and see who wants to do it, or was it like a big casting call? Do you guys recall?
No, it was due to the script.
Okay.
The characters, they love the characters because it's kind of like a martial arts movie, and James Earl Jones and Sally Kirkland and so on and so forth. There are if they didn't like the picture, they would not do it. But once they read the script, they said, I'm in. Everybody says, I'm in. And that's how we did it.
Nice. Really good. You got, again, big noted actors. I'm going to put this up here really quickly. Stuff that I remember. I remember when James Earl Jones came on.
A member of this team or staff, you're dismissed. Okay.
So that big presence when he walks in the room, do you guys feel that? Like when he just kind of does it feel like he's just kind of taken over in the scene like that? I mean, it just seems like he just has such a commanding presence. I'm just so curious about that.
That's James Earl Jones.
No, I am your father.
Working with him probably fairly easy because he's just a noted actor and knows his lines and just comes in and just takes over a scene, kind of. Or what do you remember?
Well, James Earl Jones, I just love the gentleman. And one of the things...
It's Frank Kuzo.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's one thing that my brother did that you should know. Mr. James Earl Jones had a bloody nose one time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think, and then, that disease AIDS was still kind of going around at the time, so people were afraid to touch him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was my brother just went up there with a towel and wiped his blood off for him. And Philip is a very, very caring person. And he didn't hesitate at all. And Mr. Jones really appreciated that. And I think, that's why we all got along really, really well.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a movie that is not only to me a martial arts movie, but a movie that kind of transcends that. It's it's a movie kind of about the underdog. It's a movie with morals, like with a theme at the end. So I think whether you're a martial artist or not, the people have love for this movie just because the story was so good. Now, Master Phillip, were you obviously was your idea for this, but who actually did a lot of the writing for the movie? Was that people at Lionsgate, or was it a lot of your input as well?
Mostly, I wrote it, but we also had a couple of writers. So it's not about just one person. It's about team. So
Right.
that's what I did, yeah, and it did really well, yeah.
Yeah, and then the fight choreography, Master Simon, were you the main person behind the fight choreography, or was it a team effort?
That's my brother.
Right.
My brother.
I figured you were going to say that. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah, he's just wonderful. He's just awesome. Yeah. Both Korean team and the U.S. team.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So Master Simon, you did the fight choreography for both then. So talk to me a little bit about that fight choreography.
Well, first of all, Philip and I, since we've been training together for such a long time, we had no problem coming up with our fight techniques. That was even though that was the last fight of the movie, and that was the longest and the toughest and most complicated techniques that we used, but that was actually the most easiest because we both knew our rhythm and our
total of 20 points
techniques. Coming up with James Liu and Eric Roberts' fight, I asked James what he wanted to do, and we knew Eric Roberts' capabilities because he had a motorcycle accident many years ago.
Right.
And, there were a couple of things that he could not do. So we had to use doubles on certain things. And when we went to Chris Penn's fight scene, we asked him what he wanted to do. And we just accentuated the things that actors wanted to do and that the things that they liked to do and they were good at. So we did that. And, and everyone chipped in with the ideas. And, I just, put it all together. So that's how it all came about.
Nice. And speaking of that, you had a very young at the time, James Liu, play a little bit of this when he fights Eric Roberts.
Here we go. Now it's Grady measuring. Seijin Kwan attacks. Grady counters with a takedown and scores.
Down. For you, Travis. Take that.
The Korean bounces right back with a powerful instep to Grady's face. A point for the
Man, a lot of beautiful kicks, man, in this movie that I remember. I remember watching this movie, and afterwards I wanted to try to do all the kicks so bad. I was like, I think that was when I decided I'm all in. I'm training in martial arts. I gotta find a school. Like watching this. I think like most people like my age, because I was 16 at the time, so I was a teenager, and like most kids, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to emulate all the moves, and then I would just rewind the movie because back then you had to go to the video store to rent the movie, so you just rewind this part and just rewind the tournament part and just like watch all the fights again and again.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing to watch now because there's a lot of moves I think that you guys put in this movie that now we see them, we kind of take it for granted in other movies, but you guys I think almost kind of revolutionized it and started and did it first. Do you feel that way?
Yep.
Yeah, when Dave
100%.
said that, I'm the one who started the Superman punch.
That's
Okay.
right. That's right.
The Superman punch. Right. Actually, I think I have. Hold on. Let's see. I know I have that scene. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to center ring for the final match of the afternoon. Representing Korea.
So the Tommy and Dae-Han fight. Oh, and then really quick, you got. Was that just at the last minute? You got Ahmad Rashad. I meant to ask you that.
Yep.
So you just put it like, hey man, you want to do the movie with us? And he was like, I'm in. Like, these guys were noted people at the time. So
no, at that time, I was teaching the Los Angeles football team, LA Raiders, because they were in Los Angeles. So I was teaching Marcus Allen and the guy who drove the white Bronco with O.J. Simpson. Al Collins, and some Otis McKinney, Calvin Peterson, all these football players. And we were talking about like, you know, I need an announcer, and they don't want to say, oh, get Ahmad Rashad, you know, that would be cool. So I told Philip that. So Philip called, and then the football players called Ahmad Rashad. So I think that's why Ahmad Rashad decided to do this movie with us.
Sounds like me, doesn't it?
Very nice. I was just always wondering that. I'm like, how'd they get Ahmad Rashad? Like, every time I look at the movie, how'd they get this guy, that guy? But you guys, like, really made it happen. You, like, turned, like, it was probably a lower budget into such a big movie. Did you think at the time, I know this is one of those questions in hindsight, that it would be as big of a movie and as impactful as it is today when you were making it? Did you have that feeling, kind of, this is really good as you're putting it together?
You know, making movies, at the end of the day, it could come out great or it could come out bad. But fortunately, ours came really, really great. So yeah, I mean, everybody worked so hard, you know.
And at the end, there was an incident. If you look at the ending, where I go up and give my medal to my brother.
Yes.
In actuality, I was supposed to deliver my line in Korean.
Yeah.
And Sally Kirkland was supposed to translate it in English.
Oh, okay.
But that day, when we were getting ready to shoot that scene, Sally Kirkland wasn't feeling well. So Philip came up to me and he goes, Simon, you have to do your line in English now instead of Korean, but you have to use the broken English. So I was like, oh no. So I had to, you know, change my lines to broken English. And I think that luckily worked out better, because I think we would have lost part of that impact of delivering that line if she translated it, you know?
Yeah.
So
I was just about to...
By broken English, I think worked out better for our movie. And I'm, you know, just happy that it all worked out well.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, had that actually happened, I don't think it would have been, just like you said, just as impactful, because, I mean, this is the part. I love, and this is the part where it's like, when it happens, I don't care who you are, there's no way you're not, like, tearing up a little bit, because the whole, you know, just the gesture of your character giving him the medal at the end, because basically Tommy won the fight. He just stopped himself from actually taking you out at the end.
Exactly.
Defeat is to earn victory and honor within. Your brother, too, was a great fighter. I deeply regret your loss, and I offer myself as your brother.
Yeah, even as a kid, there's no way I teared up when I first watched this scene. I'm like,
Dae-Han should have got a Academy Award. I'm telling you.
Right, and you guys told me, did this take a lot of takes to do? Both you guys are tearing up and everything. Like, how long? Because I know it's multiple takes in movies, so it's not just one.
Well, let me tell you this.
Yes.
You know, my brother, I mean, he was great, you know. And the director wanted to do another take. And my brother Dae-Han, he just started to dry up, You know.
I mean, after about 5 takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got only so many tears, right?
Exactly. So we needed to take one more. So, you know, I went to my brother, and this is the most important scene because we needed this one more scene.
Right.
And I went to my brother and said, Simon, I love you, man. And I hugged him, and he started to cry. And that's how we got it. And that was beautiful. That was beautiful. You know, it was real.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you remember were they able to take one of the takes and go straight through, or did they edit in multiple to make one?
No, it was straight. It was straight.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's so impactful. I think if most people remember this movie, they remember the fight with you guys, but the ending, how symbolic it was, because you know the fight goes from Dae-Han has the advantage in the beginning, and you know, and he's kind of taunting Tommy Lee in the beginning. He's laughing at him, and he gets all the illegal hits. He's a dirty fighter a little bit, and then at the end, it just totally switches where you know he's like super humble, and it's a great moment. It's a great movie making moment. So I'm gonna go back to. So you guys mentioned the Superman punch. I have that here. It's the Superman punch, almost like a sucker punch. You don't see it coming. So when you first did that, was that, were you guys improvising a lot on your fights alone? You guys obviously fought together so many times as brothers, but did a lot of that choreography just kind of come natural? We're like, we're gonna just try stuff and see what works, or how did that go? Filming this fight.
It's natural for my brother, and
I gotta give that Superman punch credit to Master Heo Cho.
Oh wow.
He's the one who played our coach in the movie.
Yes.
He's the one who said, Simon, the first technique I want you to do is to do a jumping reverse punch, which is Superman punch. So, you know, I'm not gonna say no to him. I said, yes, sir. First technique, you know, jumping reverse punch, sir, and that's how I did it, and it became such a big thing for even like everyone in UFC started using it, and it's interesting.
No, it's awesome. It's like now you see it. Dude, I've even tried to use Superman punches. Once or twice I can succeed. It's one of those punches most people don't see coming. It's like you throw it out and have the leg go back to it at the same time to get that impact of the momentum. But it's cool to see in a movie. It's like one of the first times I think I ever saw it in a movie. But the kicks alone are just so beautiful in this movie, and especially when you guys fight. How long did this take to film your guys' fight?
I don't remember.
You don't remember, right?
Okay. Watch this one. Boom.
Yeah.
Ooh. That one, my brother, he made contact. And if he hit me with the heel, I would have broken completely. My teeth would be gone. But he knew that he's not gonna right there.
Yes.
It's so, it's poetry in motion. Because he hit me, but he didn't hit me with his heel. So he basically slapped me.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face?
What?
Slap!
With like his toes, right? Versus the heel?
Exactly, because if he hit me with the heel, I wouldn't have any teeth left.
Yeah,
no, I'm serious. I'm serious. Yeah.
No. I believe you. I've been hit with a few of those kicks, and when people come full for it, you always got to watch the spinning kicks. Those are like the most dangerous ones, especially in tournaments. Yeah, but it's a testament to you, Master Simon. It's like getting that close without actually hurting your partner, basically, so to speak, in the movie. But that's the art too, because you're more of a stunt choreographer now, right? And that's like what you teach and what you do.
That's correct. And back in those days, we were so good with our kicks. And if he's the best of the best one in a bar fight, you know how my brother kicks the cigarette out of the guy's mouth, right?
Yes.
You shitbird.
Whoa. Yeah, that's he did that in the first shot. It was perfect.
Nice.
We were that good.
Yeah, you guys kick butt in this movie, man. Obviously, it's one of those people still talk about to this day. Like I said, most people have this in their top 10 movies and martial artists, top 5. I've always loved this. It's like End of the Dragon, Best of the Best. It's like some movies are like just up there for you, right? So, real quick, I don't want to run out of time. I want to talk a little bit about the other movies too. So, Best of the Best 2. Here's a movie that I actually saw in the theaters when Best of the Best 2 came out, because I remember this was like a few years later, and I remember getting really excited about it because I'm like, oh, the guys from Best of the Best are back. They're doing another movie, and I was like, and it was cool to me because it was more like the kumite version of Best of the Best, right? Because it was like Bloodsport. Here's a movie that's similar, but with the Best of the Best cast. So talk to me, guys, a little bit about when you did this movie and kind of what went into it and what was your thinking going in with this story.
From what I understand, it's all Philip and his mentor, Mr. Peter Strauss. But after Best of the Best 1 was done, they were very happy with Best of the Best 1, so they wanted to make Best of the Best 2. So, like, Philip had to like try to come up with the idea to write Best of the Best 2. So Philip wrote it with his, I guess, another partner of his. And if you think about it, like, yes, there's other movies like Bloodsport and things like that, but then I feel like this movie where Wayne Newton goes, you know, there's only one rule, there is no rule. Like, that's how I think UFC kind of came about.
There is only one rule. And you love it, yes! And you love it, yes!
Right. After this movie. So I feel like we were trendsetters.
Right. I remember so much of like, I remember when I first watched the movie and like Wayne Newton's so over the top. And I just remember, you'll love it. Yeah, that whole thing was every time he did the, right? The announcing. Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it.
You love it, yeah!
Wayne's a great guy. Wayne is really great guy. You know, he's the king of Las Vegas.
Yeah, he sure is. Was he one of those also one of those guys with that presence when he came in and did a scene? Was it just kind of, did he take over, or was it just, how was it working with him?
No, he was great to work with him. Yeah.
Nice. And then Sonny Landham on here. I just had a quick question because, he was in Predator. People know him from that.
You ain't afraid of no man.
There's something out there waiting for us, and it ain't no man.
How was he to work with? Because I heard a story that like the insurance had to go up because of him, because he was just like, you just didn't know what would happen with him, or is that true? Or
no, when we worked with him, he was terrific. He was really a great guy. Yeah.
Nice.
And unfortunately, I think he passed.
A lot of
think about it. I mean, okay, Sonny was really cool, and yes, he was drinking. We knew that that could be a problem, but I think Sonny also knew that if he didn't listen to us, we could kick his butt, right?
Right.
I'm kidding. No, Sonny was great to work with.
Yeah. So unique to this one, you guys actually had weapon sparring in this one, because at the end of the movie, it's like staff on staff. Yeah. Was that something you guys wrote in as well, or was it just something, hey, let's try something new? Obviously, we got different fighters. What was the philosophy of the thinking with that?
I think we wanted to elevate the action.
Okay.
And in respect to Best 2, that's what we wanted to do. It's not just just one-on-one, but this is completely different. And all the fighters have different, what can I say, in the things that they do. Some of them are hands, some are elbows, some are the wrestlers, and so on and so forth. So that's what we wanted to do. Yeah.
Right, like in this one, you see you guys aren't just doing kicking, it's a lot of joint locks and manipulation, probably using a lot of your Hapkido skills, right? Versus just it all being about the kicks and the fanciness, a lot of more like practical stuff, and then the weapons are involved. filming, like for you, this is pretty much Master Phillip. You're pretty much in that last year. It's all you. Like, so was it like as tiring as it looks? Did you have to be doubled at all, or you just went in there every day and all right, let's film another one?
No. Everything was really pretty smooth. But most important is the choreography. You know, my brother, he's just, I mean, I know he's my brother, but he's amazing in terms of this, you know, choreography and putting it all together.
No,
so we had a great
you're just complimenting me too much. That's
no. It is true.
Like 90%
I mean,
ideas.
No.
I would tell him, hey, you know, I help him tweak it.
Yes.
You know, but it's all Phillip. That's my brother. I gotta tell you one funny story though.
Yes,
okay?
please.
So Ralph has like a German accent, doesn't he?
Yes, yeah. Ralph Moyer, who plays the villain here, yeah.
Yeah. So he came to me and he goes, Simon, how's my erection?
What?
Reaction.
Oh, okay.
How's my erection? we just started cracking up. And I said, I hope your erection is okay.
Right. I'm sure it's okay, buddy. I can't attest to it. Doing good in the movie, though, right? How long did this one take? Do you remember how long this one took to film? Part two total? Like how many months?
Oh, gee. Probably 6 months at least. Yeah, putting together. Yeah.
And this one was a lot more involved with the fighting, obviously, because like you're saying, different actors, different styles.
Yeah.
But Master Simon, you choreographed even the pole fighting too at the end, right? This is all you too?
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, I just remember watching it in the movies and like really loving it. Like, you know, and of course it's sad because in the beginning it's all because they kill off Chris Penn's character, but it's a good motivator. You're out to get revenge on the people that did him wrong. But still a good theme. So talking a little bit of like the last couple, like best of the 3 and 4, was it just a studio, hey, let's just keep cashing in on this, Master Phillip, or was that your idea to keep going?
I mean, we wanted to have a franchise. So this one, best 3, and then we did best 4.
Right.
But, you know, each film is a little bit different. So we wanted to do this, and and we made it happen.
Is there any chance of us seeing a part 5, or even getting like the you know, like the Cobra Kai kind of treatment where, you know, they go back from the Karate Kid and now you got a new generation? If you thought about that?
It's gonna happen. Best
it's
5.
gonna happen? Yeah. Really? You're already working on it?
The script that we finished, it's really great. It's really, really great. Going back to the feeling of best 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how soon can we look forward to that? Can you tell us, or it's just still in the works?
We're working on it. We are working on it. Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Very exciting. I'm excited for that. That's like the best news I got this morning. Obviously, besides talking to you guys. So I'll start wrapping it up. I just wanted to ask you guys just some last questions here. You know, for anybody out there that may be interested in even it's martial arts or fight choreography or anything like that, or getting on that path, do you guys have any like words of wisdom or words of advice for people like that are just trying to make this a career?
Never give up. Never give up.
Right.
If you have a dream, you know, write it down, put it up on the wall, and look at it every day. And always, every day, just work towards that dream, and it will happen. It took me 11 years to be able to join the union for actors, Screen Actors Guild. It took me 11 years. And that's because, you know, I didn't know anybody, and I just kept my mouth closed, and I just worked hard. So just, you know, if you have a dream, you know, pursue it. Just never give up.
Yeah, I agree with that. And what about you, Master Phillip? Any words from you on same thing?
My brother, he has how many? 200.
Like 300 movie credits.
He has a 300. Yeah, that's amazing.
That is astounding. It is.
Yeah,
Like in movies, like a lot of noted movies too. You've worked with. Wait. Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that. Is it true you even doubled for Jackie Chan a couple times?
I doubled him on Rush Hour 3.
Wow. Okay. How was that working with Jackie?
It was an absolute honor.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I met him one time. Such a nice man. Just very, very cool. Obviously, I told him, "Oh, Drunken Master, I'm a fan. I'm a martial artist." He's used to that. People geeking out on him. But I was really, really taken back by how humble he was. Very nice guy.
Yeah.
You know what? That's 100%. I was in a party and somebody walked up to me from the back, and this guy gave me a cigar and says, "This is the best of the best cigar." And I turned around and it was Jackie.
Oh crap, it was Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
So this is why everybody just adore me.
Jackie is such a great person. He's such a great guy. He's humble and love the guy. Yeah.
Any possibility we'll get him to do like a cameo in Best of the Best 5?
That I don't know about that one.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for doing this. Like I said, Best of the Best is one of my favorite all-time martial art movies. It's just had such an impact on me, both growing up as a martial artist and just, just a man, period. It has so many aspects to it that touch, on so many themes. So I thank you guys for creating such an amazing movie that just lasted the test of time. And I think people even now that pick it up and see it are probably, are just as interested or impacted as they watch it.
So definitely.
Yeah. And can I put any if people want to follow you guys, can I put it can you tell me your socials and stuff or Instagram or anything like that?
I mean, they can find me on Instagram. And
there you go.
And Phillip also, he's on Instagram too.
Okay. Yeah, I follow both you guys. And so the people, and the people now, I know Master Simon, you probably still train a lot of celebrities to come to you for, hey, I want to learn this or learn that, and you're still doing that as well?
Yes, I'm staying very busy.
Yeah. I was about to say, how do you find the time, man?
You have to.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And please say hello to David Borzo for me if you talk to him.
I will.
I'm doing this interview with my brother because of David, because he asked me to do it, for you. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, and I mentioned that earlier. I don't think you could hear me, but I thanked my friend David Morris. He's a former classmate of mine. We did Eagle Claw Kung Fu together, and really nice guy in the industry. He's been in the industry so long, and a lot of his friends who are stunt guys trained with us for a while. So I've known David a long time, but yes, I will thank him again, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to do this. Thank you so much, and Best of the Best Part 5. We'll look for it. Master Simon Rhee, Master Phillip Rhee. Thank you all, guys.
Right. Thank you.
There you go, Master Simon and Phillip Rhee. Some of martial arts' greatest, talking best of the best and more. Hey, were you a fan of the movie like me, or did you just get hip to it watching this video? Comment your thoughts below, let me know. But if you've never seen it, where have you been? Seriously though, if nothing else, I hope this video intrigues those that haven't to go ahead and at least give this movie a look. I promise you guys will not be disappointed, and hopefully you can tell that just from the interview. Guys, don't forget to follow us on all my socials up in here. I have even more content and info on what's up next with the channel, and I promise you it's good stuff. So do hit that bell for future notifications, and check out a few other videos you guys might like right over here. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you all in the next round, and you better keep punching.